Hi.
You just burped again, didn't you?
I did. I'm very burpy. I'm a very burpy person.
It's okay. I can't wait till we go to the taco festival.
Oh man. That
I was
would be
supposed
something.
to be yesterday. Well, it's Krisha and Frank,
Hi.
and we're on your YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got your YouTubes all tied up with excitement.
Hi. Yeah, so we're supposed to be eating tacos, but it's been postponed. Well, not postponed. It's just rescheduled.
But here's the weird thing: is they said to us, they said, this DJ who's now known as Taco.
Yeah.
We used to call him just Govia, but now he's Taco Govia.
Taco Govia.
And he contacts us and says, "Would you and Krish like to be judges at my taco festival?"
Did he just forget the A, or is he just being familiar?
I showed it to you.
People do that. Oh, like people that, hey, Krish. Like, you've called me that several times.
But it's been a while.
It's been a while, but it's a very familiar.
Because I'm more into the Krisha.
Krisha.
So, yeah, they said there was going to be a taco festival on November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked if Krisha and Frank would like to be judges. And I wrote back, I said, you understand that we are has-been radio DJs.
Right.
Trying to do a podcast. Which, now, what are we, like 30?
We're over 30 episodes in.
Yeah, episode 31.
Look at us go.
So, hey. So that's 6 weeks of podcastness.
Yeah.
But it's still new.
Yeah.
But he said, no. I deliberately invited you. It'll be good for your podcast. So we'll find out. So
we're going to go eat some tacos.
Celebrating the JFK assassination anniversary by having...
I love that you know the days of all days. Like, you know what, today is, and then today is. And I think it's how many, one, it's your life. But two, it's how many years you spent in radio, because everything's a day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, today is All Souls Day.
Yeah.
But that is a Catholic thing that is ground into you from the day one, from the beginning. And what it means is, it's part of Halloween. It's part of the Dios de los Muertes.
Yes,
the Days of the Dead. Which is I probably pronounced it wrong, but you know what I mean.
Right. If you've seen Coco, you know what it is.
Yeah. Because I always get frustrated with people who say they want to move Halloween to another day. Like, well, actually, Halloween is All Hallows Eve. Mm-hmm. You've heard that, right?
Right.
So therefore, there must be an All Hallows Day.
Correct.
If there's an All Hallows Eve, there's an All Hallows Day, and that's November 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So in the Christian and Catholic tradition, November 1st is the day where we celebrate All Saints. You know how I used to go to the All Saints Church?
Right.
Same thing.
Okay.
All Saints, All Hallows.
Okay.
So the feast day of All Saints Day at All Saints Church is November 1st every year. They celebrate. Whee! And it's for the people who are in heaven.
Okay.
If you're in heaven, you're a saint. But what if you die and you still, you didn't clean up all the loose ends?
And you're little...
What if you have some dirt on you? What if you got some...
You're a little dusty.
You need time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what today is, All Souls Day. This is for all the people who died and we don't know what happened to them.
Okay.
So we're going to pray for them. We're going to try to pray them into heaven.
Okay.
So like today at my mom's church up in
Yeah.
Virginia, they'll have the annual, and they have it at every church pretty much. They have the annual All Souls Mass, and I got an invitation saying if I can come, which I can't because it's 500 miles away, but my sister can go, and bring a photo of Mom, or whoever your dead person is. Doesn't have to be. You don't have to bring a picture of my mom. You can bring somebody else. I would bring a picture of my mom, but you would.
I would not.
Bring your own dead person.
Right.
Right.
From
So
the past.
Well, from the past year. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So whoever died in the past year, you bring them and they set up a display, and they remember. They say it's an extra way of saying you don't have to have a picture.
Is it okay?
Usually there's a book.
Forgive me if this is crude.
Usually there's a book of the dead, and they have the names of all the dead.
I don't mean it to be disrespectful, but it's kind of like at the Oscars where they show the pictures of all. Right, and somebody sings a sad song, and we remember all the people.
The ones who died since the last Oscar show.
Right.
So this is where everybody who died since the last All Souls Day, and you're praying for them to get purged
into heaven.
Yeah, get cleansed. So when you purge, it's cleaning. So there's a place in Catholic tradition called purgatory, where you go to get purged while you're waiting to get into heaven.
Okay, purgatory and limbo, same thing.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But purgatory is a little more accurate because you're going there to purge yourself of sin. Or, well, you don't go. I mean, you go there and hope that someone prays for you and you get your sins purged away and blah blah blah.
Get out of there.
I know my friend Father Michael Woods always does the best All Souls Day homilies. He's like, can't wait, and some of my other friends are like, can't wait to get to purgatory. Because it's my only hope.
All right. That'd be kind of like my life. Like,
I'm looking forward to a good long stretch of purgatory to...
Somebody get me out of here. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. Hit close on that.
Okay. It's almost Hannah's birthday. Like,
well, yeah, the camera was giving us a signal, so
Yeah.
I had to take care of that. It's almost... Hannah's birthday's November.
November 4th.
So is Megan's birthday.
Yeah.
Not November 4th, but November 8th.
Yeah, that's the boyfriend's birthday.
Get out of here.
All those Scorpios.
Ooh. There's also some celebrities born November 8th.
Yeah.
Well, I can't remember right now.
Hannah will be 16.
Wait, that's a big thing with the drives and
That's-
the licenses.
She's been driving.
You can do that starting at 15?
You can do it starting at 15. She's been driving, learner permit. And I was out with my son, Chris, and he and I were going somewhere, and Hannah and my stepmother were out driving. Hannah was driving, doing errands.
Did you see each other?
And it was the weirdest thing to see my kid in somebody else driving with somebody else.
Was it like an old person car? Giant boat of a car?
No, it's a little Honda CRV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's tooling around in. I learned to drive in my dad's Ford Ranger stick shift, and I would crap it out every time I went to turn left across Chapman Highway.
Driving stick shift is a challenge. It's
I
a
drive
good
a
skill.
stick now.
It's a good skill to have. Really?
Yeah.
Because I think it's hard to buy them. You have to kind of...
You have to
just have
seek them out.
Yeah.
My car's a little older, but
Yeah.
I
But
love it.
It's not that old.
No, but it's early 2000s.
Like, I bought a stick shift Ford in the mid-'80s because I guess I thought it was cheaper. It probably was cheaper. Maybe I thought it was better on fuel. And then I made a mistake after being married of buying a stick shift Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah.
And we moved 30 miles away from my job, and it was bumper-to-bumper traffic on the Interstate 95.
Welcome to my life, 5 days a week.
Oh, no, because Gatlinburg.
I drive a stick shift in Sevier County traffic
No.
5 days a week.
Oh, no.
It is something to behold.
No.
Yeah, it's no fun. Man, my left leg.
Well, even you got the car from a person who lives in Gatlinburg. But the hills.
It's a lot.
Stick shift on traffic is bad. Stick shift on hills
I'll tell you what,
bad.
these tourists that like to get right up on my bumper when I'm sitting on
You're
a
gonna-
hill
you're gonna kiss
at
them
a
every
stop
time.
sign,
Yeah.
I look in my rearview mirror, I'm like, it's not my problem.
Car's going to go back a little
It's
ways.
gonna go back a little bit, and it is not my problem. Yeah.
Dummy.
I do like having a stick shift, though.
You should put that on the back, though.
This is a stick. Get
Man,
off my
yeah.
booty.
we were looking for slogans to make one on T-shirts.
Crappy clutch. Crappy clutch. Get off my butt.
We can sell those as Krisha and Frank bumper stickers.
Crappy clutch. Get off my butt.
Seriously, please make a note of that because
Okay,
I want to sign us up for an account at teespring.com.
Crappy clutch. Get off my butt.
Yeah, Krisha and Frank.
Or how about just crappy clutch? Oh man. But we said clutch and it made me think of Hutch.
Clutch and Cloward. Hutch and Howard.
Clutch and Cloward, Hutch and Howard. They've been in business for over 10 years in Knoxville and surrounding area. Hutchandhoward.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking to sell your house or buy a house, they can help you out.
A lot of you all are looking at moving to East Tennessee from other parts of the country. And it's lovely here. California. Or actually anywhere in Tennessee. I know some family who are relatives. My friend Maureen's like, I'm going to move to Nashville. Like, no.
No.
You can. There's nothing wrong with Nashville, but you should move here.
You should move here and then just go visit Nashville because it's much better to do that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we love it here in East Tennessee. So if you're one of those who are looking to downsize and call Hutch and Howard, you're looking to upsize, you call Hutch and Howard.
Farragut, Morristown, Maryville, wherever you want to go, they can help you out.
Their phone number is 865-966-5005, which is the main number for Keller Williams Realty, each office independently owned and operated.
Yeah, check them out.
But you want to get to the Hutch and Howard group. They've got the good Facebook page. They got the website.
And they've got a jingle.
Oh, should we play it?
Let's
of course
do
we
it.
shall.
I'm a
If you're buying or selling your home, Trust a professional, don't do it alone. From the sunflower fields to the Sunsphere Tower, there's a knowledgeable name. It's Hutch and Howard. It's Hutch and Howard.
Good job not dancing on that, Frank.
Thank you. I was thinking.
I could tell that you wanted to.
I almost started conducting, but I also appreciate it when you sing along, because later when I have to lay the soundtrack, the theme song into the video, I lip sync it to you.
Hutch and Howard.
Don't do it now. That's going to mess me up.
Hutch and Howard.
No, stop.
Hutch and Howard.
Stop. How's your Sunsphere pronunciation going?
Sunsphere.
With the accent,
Sunsphere.
you got it.
Yeah.
Okay, because every time I hear the Hutch and Howard jingle with
Sunsphere.
the Sunsphere Tower.
So my arm still hurts.
You had what you described it in an earlier episode.
It's tendonitis.
And when we talked about how you couldn't afford the cortisone shot,
Yeah.
that's when our friend Tanya Cinnamon
She's so great.
sent
Thank
us
you.
a tip jar donation at the Gmail address on PayPal.
And I bought a brace because
And I sent you the money right away.
You did,
too,
you did, and thank you. And I bought a brace that I've been wearing intermittently. I've been icing it. I've been ricing it.
Ricing?
Rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Okay.
And that's basically, unless you go get injections, it says that tendonitis tends to clear itself up with 6 to 8 weeks, as long as you are resting, icing, compressing, and elevating.
So when I broke my arm as a kid, I broke my arm badly. I had a cast that went from my knuckles up halfway up my elbow.
Oh, goodness.
And I got in the habit, and I still do it. You'll still see me when I'm tired. I got in the habit of resting the cast on the top of my head because
Right.
I'm resting it, I'm elevating it.
And you're compressed at that point.
It's in a cast.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could put ice on it too, but when I get tired, I still sometimes do this.
Yeah, I play with my hair. Like, I start massaging my head when I'm tired. If you see me doing this, I am so tired. I need to go home. But I've been doing a very good job of taking care of it until I was out at the Beard and Beer Market, and they were doing some construction. And I mean, they were doing some construction. They had a
Jackhammer?
jackhammer, and they had shovels, and they were breaking up concrete because they're putting in a new container, and they were doing things, and then they had a ditch witch front end loader scooping it up,
Yeah.
and they were throwing stuff and getting rid of old stuff, and I was like, yeah, and so I helped.
No, you don't work there.
I don't,
But you were.
but
okay.
it was like Tonka truck fun manly work day.
Well, you're not a manly man.
I am definitely not, but man,
mean-
I had fun.
Okay. I mean, I can picture you. Maybe did you do this for a radio bit where you had on construction boots and a
I mean, I don't think,
flannel shirt? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
I don't think so. I don't think that was me.
All right.
But no, and I need another job, and
Did they pay you?
no, I mean,
Did they give you a beer?
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. But it was honestly, it was just a really good, it's like work family, when you go somewhere, and you might not, but you go somewhere and there's like work being done, and you just want to like pitch in.
Okay.
Like it
No.
was just enjoyable for me to help with this process.
You see, I have guys.
You have people.
Okay, I mean, when they closed the pool,
Mm-hmm.
and I helped the day before. I cleaned the pool.
Would it have been difficult for you to close your own pool?
Yes, and it's not a one-person job.
Right.
Just to get the cover on alone is not a one-person job.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're taking out the ladders, and I'm saying, yeah, you gotta.
They're
They-
taking
they-
out something else right now.
There's always
Yeah.
something going on, and the ladders are stored under the podcast porch.
Okay.
But they carried them all the long way around the house instead of taking the shortcut.
All right.
And I thought, I guess I could have carried the ladders. They're lightweight.
Mm-hmm. But you're like, nah.
I'm
Like,
paying.
might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm paying good money to have
Yeah.
them close the pool. So, and then when people come, like the lawnmower guy,
Mhm. Like
I'm not gonna help him.
I'm looking for another job, and
Okay, well then so am I.
boyfriend has suggested that I would be someone who would be great to work for like a landscaping company, because I love to be outside, I love to be active, I love the plants and I love the things and I love the doing and I love digging and I love just getting all of my energy out and working in that way.
All right.
And it would be good for me physically and mentally.
Do
And
you have a green thumb?
I mean,
And you have to know something about plants, I would hope.
I can identify most trees.
Well, that's a tree, and that's a tree, and that's a weed, and that's a tree. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that what you meant?
Well, if I
Like that's a red bud, I know.
have you seen the thing going around on Facebook
no.
a couple weeks ago that was like, if you had grown up to be what you wanted to be when you were a kid, what would you be doing?
Oh,
What would your job be?
that's a good question.
Yeah,
What would you
I think
be?
it's great. My answer, I wanted to be an ecological architect.
Yes, you've told me this before. Well, we did that when we worked at Genera Energy. You
yeah.
mentioned that at Genera Energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, that's what I would have been. I would have gone into ecology.
See, now, there's a thing on our fridge.
Forestry.
I don't know if you want to see. Maybe I'll show you later on the
Yeah.
fridge. That Frank Jr., I guess, had to do that in that question in first or second grade. And you draw a picture, and you write what you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote that he wanted to be a marine biologist.
Biologist.
And he drew a picture, and they take your actual like kindergarten or first
Aw,
grade
cute.
headshot, and then he drew the body.
Marine biologist.
But the funny thing is, he drew the plaid shirt to match the picture, the one that's in the picture. I know he's very particular.
Who
why-
would have thought he would be an engineer?
He's getting a PhD. Yeah, he's a genius. But you know, that was everybody. I thought every kid, at least in California, it felt like every kid wanted to be a marine biologist.
Yeah, I think that was a big one. A lawyer, like kids often say they want to
Really?
be a lawyer.
Who wants to be a lawyer? Unless your
I don't
dad's
know.
or mom's a lawyer, why would you want to be a lawyer?
I don't know. You like arguing? You like defending things?
I mean, you want to make money. Every lawyer I know is fairly well to do.
True. So Hannah had to, my oldest, she's 16, she's a sophomore, and they had career dress up, like it was homecoming week.
Okay.
And they'd already taken these, like they give you these tests now
Yeah.
in high school that are predict, like
Aptitude tests.
Well,
We used to
no.
call them in the old days.
No, this is a career predictor.
Yeah, that's the we used to call them something
Right.
else, but it would they would
Which
the
I
guidance
think is
counselor would tell you what
ludicrous.
to do. In
think
high
it's
school,
Ludicrous.
it's too young, really.
It's too. I'm 40. I'm like, I don't know.
All right.
It's ludicrous. But
Well, I'll tell you what I used to pretend in the old after this story.
I asked Hannah what she wanted to be, or what she was going to dress up as
Yeah.
for the day for homecoming, and she was like, myself, because I'm gonna be myself no matter what. She's my kid.
We just read an article about radio people, about performers, and they said that's what you have to be. You have to be yourself, even when the program director yells at you. You have to. Said there's a few people who will still, nevertheless, persevere
Yeah.
and be themselves, and those are the ones who go on to succeed.
I hope so, because I quit.
Over that issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it.
They wanted me to be somebody I could not be that person. And that's the way the cookies crumbled. It wasn't a
Yeah.
bad thing, it just didn't work.
Well, we know that Brian Hornback will want to know what happened. He sends an email.
Y'all, it just didn't work.
Yeah. But that's why you have this show. You can be you. Right? And if you don't like it, you fast forward and come back tomorrow.
Yeah,
Next
or
new
just,
episode.
like, fast forward to when my mouth stops moving and listen to Frank.
That's what I do when I'm editing the show.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, in the playground, they'd be running around playing cat and mouse or freeze tag or something, and I wasn't interested in that. I would take a pencil and pretend that the little eraser. I would always get a brand new pencil from somewhere, and I would pretend that was my microphone, and I would do a comedic play-by-play of the cat and mouse game
amazing.
in the parking lot of the school.
That's awesome.
And when it was time for the school play, I would want to be the narrator.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really necessarily want to be Priscilla or John Alden for the Thanksgiving story or Miles Standish. In fact, we had to get poor Elizabeth Shost had to play John Alden because no boy was willing to step up and ask out Mary Beth Longobardi,
Yeah.
who was really lovely. Mary Beth was Priscilla, she's very
Right.
pretty. Why wouldn't you want to? But
Oh, well.
I wrote what I did. This is 4th grade maybe. I wrote the play
You're so cute.
and wrote myself a good narrator part.
Of course.
That was my. I said I volunteered to write it and make myself the narrator.
I wish I still had the tapes. I had a Fisher-Price tape recorder,
Yeah.
and I would walk around with the little microphone that was, like, connected to it and
Yes.
interview my animals.
See, yeah, you and I were similar in that regard. I mean, that's what I used to do. I used to take the tape recorder to and interview family members or classmates or
Yeah.
whomever.
Well, let us know. Like, I would love if somebody emailed us or commented or tweeted
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
can put it on the comments on YouTube. Be the easiest way to find it. Or, of course, you can react on Podbean. You can leave comments on our Podbean account.
Like, are you doing what you wanted to do when you were a kid, or something related to, or
I guess I am. Or what else? Or something completely
something
out there.
just that you never expected?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
that's kind of cool.
And then, or like in my wife's case, do you find a way to do that as your hobby? Like,
Yes.
obviously she's a singer, but you can't necessarily make a living, as a chorus singer.
Ideally, I would love to make my living as a performer.
Yeah.
Can't really do that. So if you got a
Well, in
landscaping
the future,
company,
you can.
I'll come shovel your stuff.
You could be the singing gardener.
No,
Why not?
no.
Yeah, you could sing every time
Yo ho, yo ho.
a gardener's life for me.
I
All right.
shovel, I plant. I don't know. I got
Until I can't.
yeah, something like that.
Well, it's time to wrap the show. Happy New Month, happy All Souls Day.
Yeah.
And come back and join us each and every day for another exciting episode of the Krisha and Frank Show.
Find us on all the socials, Krisha and Frank.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Low power mode. Engaged.
Are you or the camera? Or both?